Do you feel like the era in which your entry point in terms of like the mainstream of hip hop, because you kind of came in during, I would say, the dark ages, I always say.
I mean,
did it kind of like just like because when you're coming in and you're doing what you do and you have the talent that you have and you've kind of seen like a lot of people, get embraced who were maybe, you were with it at the ground level, but then you see guys like not even to say names, just the SoundCloud era, just people were getting signed off of antics and not music, and you were like a true artist. So like I can only imagine like coming in at that time and trying to compete with fuck shit for real.
I mean,
it had to be like it had to be like tough. Like I don't know.
It was tough, you know what I mean? But it was just like I was dealing with a lot of weird shit too. Like at the time, like I found, I linked up with Post Malone, and like I was dealing with his shit, like where we got into a beef because I dressed him up for his first videos. His first video ever was my video, you know what I mean? And it got weird because he kind of jumped into my management, Austin Rosen, who brought me into the music business. He's like the biggest dude in music now, and he's the one who discovered me. I was homeless when he discovered me, you know what I mean? Like I had nothing. And then you got this kid Post Malone who just comes into the picture, and it felt like a soul swap. It was weird because like he wasn't really doing the sound we was doing and rapping and doing all that, and it felt like a soul swap. It was like weird. We kind of looked the same, and it was so weird. He like took the management. He took my management because at the time it was just Dre London. Yeah. Who was busting his ass to make this kid.
Dre was killing it for sure.
Yeah, at the time. And then he like grabbed my management, and then he went and grabbed my producer, Louis Bell, and they took the template and just started doing.
So this had to have been because he was working with First and Charlie Hanson pretty early.
Yeah. That was
before Charlie Hanson was Charlie Hanson.
Yeah. I mean, those kids were.
And they had like 3 records on SoundCloud, 3 or 4.
Yeah. But that was like he was doing White Iverson and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Too Young. There was one more.
But he wasn't doing the shit that I was doing. You know what I mean? And then it got to a point where it was just negative. I was being negative on that shit. It was just like a bunch of it was just a bunch of static between us. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to figure the shit out.
Was it one-sided though? Because I'm sure he didn't have static towards you.
Of course he did.
He did. Okay.
He blackballed me.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. He'd go around blackballing me. He took my agent. He did everything to like really try to go out of his way. Him and his team, they did everything they could.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, bro. Like I deal with that shit till this day. I deal with that shit. Wow. You know what I mean? And whatever. We saw each other at the award show. Jelly Roll came up to me and said, "What up?" Because he's a real one. And he was sitting right next to me. They had us both front row at the thing, and he wouldn't look at me, dog. You know what I'm saying? He know what time it is. Like if he was a real one, he knew he would be like, "Yo, what up?" Like chop it up. But he's scared.
You guys haven't had any combos?
No, bro. He's a certified weirdo. You know what I mean? And it's just like I don't give a fuck about that shit. Because like there was a story about his plane couldn't land and he was about to like fucking die or some shit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn, like I prayed for him. I called my mother because my mom's a Muslim woman. I told her to say a prayer for him because I would never want any bad shit to happen to anyone. I don't move that way. I'm like I'm a child of light. You know what I mean? So when I found the plane landed, it like I said to myself like, yo, bro, like I never want to deal with this shit again. I'm gonna dead this shit. Like I never want to deal with that shit. And that's the same month I got my record deal. And that's the same month.
To RCA or to Rock Nation?
To Rock Nation and RCA. Okay. And then I signed for millions of dollars and my life changed. Yeah. Because I deaded that situation. I felt like I was like, let me move in this new direction. Changed my sound up, changed everything. But every time I changed my sound up, it would be same shit. And then I'd be like, damn, I do the fucking this, he does this, do this, he do that, I do this.
He didn't do 80s though, did he?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember.
Did the 80s shit, did the country shit. It's just,
I know. I think you did the 80s thing, and then I remember right after Tory did it, and Tory did a great job.
And me and Tory got into it too because he was using my clips.
Oh, I didn't know.
As promo. And I was like, yo, why are you using my clips? And he came at me in my DM, and I was like, bro, look, I don't want to start.
Both your all's albums were fire.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I like what Tory.
But your album was, man, I remember me and my artist Alexis, because Yeah, we love that album, dude.
Thank you,
That's
man.
that's my favorite body of work that you put out. I think
I
it's
appreciate
fucking
it,
like,
man. Thank you. I ain't getting no push on that, you know?
you know what's crazy about that album is like, I feel like I love the Tory album, but it sounds like it was like someone making an 80s album in 2025.
Yeah.
Or 2023.
Yeah, 2020.
Whenever
it was 2020.
But your album, it felt like if you got into a time machine and you just pressed play on the radio, it sounded like
the fucking 80s, yeah. I mean, that's what I try to do with Brooklyn Cowboy too, the country album. You know, I was like, the thing is like when you're making a body of work, like you need to live that shit.
Right.
You understand? That's why when you're like, yo, you haven't been in LA in a while, it's because, yeah, I dealt with family shit. But at the same time, I had to go to Staten Island.
Right.
I had to live in Staten Island. I had to go to the gym in Staten Island. I have to like do the Staten Island shit to be in New York, to be like, yo, this is what Wu-Tang was going through, to make the shit. Because it's like, I need to have a full experience to make a whole project like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, during the country shit, you were running around probably Nashville.
No, fuck that. No. I ain't do that. No, I ain't do that. That's what they did. They went to fucking Nashville and got every feature in fucking Nashville to make yourself look good. I went to fucking Muscle Shoals, Alabama. If you guys don't know Muscle Shoals, Alabama, watch the documentary.
I don't.
The Rolling Stones, Aretha Franklin, all the greats, every single hit we ever loved was recorded in this place called Muscle Shoals. And I fucking did that shit, bro. I was so happy that I went there and I recorded Brooklyn Cowboy at Muscle Shoals, and I drove straight to Brooklyn from there and made Brooklyn Cowboy. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
The hats are so dope. I put the Yankee logo on the fucking cowboy hat, and it sold so much, so many hats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're like, I feel like, you know, you got so many records. Like, I think of like Safety. Like, Safety is like a fucking joint, bro. Like, I could have been number one in the world.
How did I go to radio with that? With Chris Brown on it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Safety, Creep on Me changed my life. You know, I got like 12 gold records.
That's a lot, dude.
Yeah, I never had a hit though. I got 12 gold records, 2 platinum.
I mean, even like My Year, I feel like should have been like a big sync. I mean, was it a big sync record for you? I feel like I saw it.
It got me paid. You know what I'm saying? My Year, it's weird because I always have this luck where like my music hits the sports, right?
Yeah, I'm about to say, I remember seeing it on the sports shit.
Yeah, so when Toronto won, they played My Year. They ain't play no Drake record.
Right.
They played my shit. When Yankees started their season, they played My Year. So My Year was played. It's been something they play all the time. You know what I mean? It's like I'm Mariah Carey of New Year's with that shit. You know, it's like really cool because they play it every New Year's. I see the streams jump up. You know what I mean? And recently I did a song with Wiz Khalifa called Better, and every game the Knicks use that to hype before the game. So when I sit there at the games, I'm like, damn, this is really my song, and I'm doing it independently. You know.
Have you got to hang out with Gorilla Nems out there in New York yet?
No, I haven't, man. Look, bro.
You mentioned the Knicks. I'm just like, I feel like you guys are like, you and Nems hanging out in Coney Island.